Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Southwest.
Well, the plans were altered after yesterday's rainout, so it sets up what could be the biggest day at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington since last October. Now, the AL West, the Rangers on top by 2.5 over Oakland, and they are trying to eliminate the Los Angeles Angels from competition here this afternoon and this evening. A big day of baseball coming up to you. The Rangers and the Angels from Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Along with Tom Grieve, I'm Steve Busby. Boy, sit back and grab a chair, and you're going to be here for a little while. And the Rangers are going to play a couple of games today, which could go a long, long way in determining if there'll be baseball here at the end of next week, Tom.
Yeah, and Buzz, we'll be talking about it all day long, but obviously there's a lot of combinations and permutations involved here. If the Rangers win 2 and Oakland loses, then the Rangers win the West. If the Rangers lose 2 and Oakland wins, the Rangers will go to Oakland with a 1-game lead. Obviously, there's some combinations in between. Opening game, about as good a matchup as you can get. Zach Greinke on a great roll. So is Yu Darvish. They'll battle in Game 1. Game 2, Irvin Santana and Derek Holland. And if you want to really keep track, you can go out to Oakland, and it's Ramirez and Malone. A lot of good pitching matchups today. A lot of things to talk about. And what looked like a nice, easy road to the postseason, not quite so easy, and it starts right now.
Boy, it does. Nobody said it was going to be easy, but this is a little ridiculous. Now, Yu Darvish will try and wrap things up for the Rangers against the Angels. One game in the Ranger win column, he eliminates Los Angeles. So it's time to suit up, show up, and play your best. By the Built Ford Tough Truck event. Enjoy huge savings on America's best-selling truck for 35 years running. Ford is the best in Texas. And by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some Buds. Big crowd on hand. This ball game moved up a couple of hours. Originally scheduled to start at 2:05, but because of the rain out yesterday, this will be the 12:05 start here at Rangers Ballpark. Big crowd anticipated for this first game as well as the second game. The second game is scheduled to start at 6:05 this evening. Well, the Rangers and the Angels getting ready to hook up in a split day-night doubleheader. The first time that has ever occurred here in Arlington. And let's go down to Emily Jones. Em?
Well, Buzz, it is turning into a beautiful day to play baseball. In fact, as you mentioned, we're going to play 2 here today, and the guys in the clubhouse acknowledge it was not the best time for a day-night doubleheader here on the last home game of the regular season. However, Elvis Andrus echoing the sentiments of the entire room as far as establishing the tone here in Game 1.
Be aggressive. I think that every time you got a doubleheader, if you win the first game, that really help you out, to get that momentum to the second one. So, start the first game with same energy, with a lot of energy, and trying to win both games here.
Elvis Andrus with this afternoon's Geico quote of the game. Guys, no better way to end the regular season at home, in my opinion, than to play 2. So let's get it going.
All right, Emily. Yep, got to win the first one if you're going to sweep the doubleheader, and that's the important thing right now. As Yu Darvish, Josh Hamilton, and company out on the field getting ready to start things off here this afternoon, and Mike Scioscia has put this lineup together. Mike Trout leads off. He's in center. Torrey Hunter is in right field. Batting third, playing first, Albert Pujols. Kendrys Morales back in the lineup. He's the DH bats cleanup. Alberto Callaspo is at third base. Hitting sixth, playing shortstop, Eric Ibar. Mark Trumbo is in left. The second baseman, Maicer Estouras, hits eighth. And batting ninth, the catcher, Chris Iannetta.
And on the mound for the Rangers is Yu Darvish. 16-9. ERA is now under 4. He's had 4 straight starts with at least 7 innings and 4 or fewer hits. In the month of September, in those 4 starts, his ERA is 1.80. 214 strikeouts. That's the 4th most in the league. He also has a .216 opponent's batting average, which is the 2nd best in the league. So he's been extremely tough to hit. And Buzz, I don't think for an extended period of time, 4 to 6 starts, he's ever thrown better than he has right now. His control is better, his walks are down, and he should be ready to throttle the Angels in the first game of this doubleheader.
That's exactly what the Rangers need, and Ron Washington has his defense behind today. Murphy in left, Hamilton in center, Cruz is in right. Moreland at first, Kinsler and Andrews up the middle. Adrian Beltre at the hot corner, and Giovanni Soto is handling Yu Darvish here this afternoon. So game 1 about ready to get underway. As you look at the umpires, James Hoy calling the balls and strikes, Mark Wegner at first, Alan Porter at second, and Jim Reynolds is over at third. Now the sun trying to break through the clouds today as Yu Darvish. And part of the numbers Tom was talking about to you, the 1.84 walks per 9 innings in his last 6 starts. That's dramatically different than it was earlier in the year. And the first pitch is low and outside to Mike Trout.
Yeah, he hasn't just cut him down or cut him down in half. He's cut him down about 60%, which is dramatic in the middle of a season like that.
Darvish back to Trout. And the next pitch way outside. It's 2 balls, no strikes.
Darvish hasn't pitched in 10 days. He missed his last start. He had a stiff neck. He was scratched. He's had time on the mound between then and now. Says he feels fine for today's start. But he hasn't pitched in 10 days.
2-0 pitch. And that is a belt-high strike.
And one thing we saw in the first game of this series, right off the bat, you get behind Trout and groove a fastball, and he's got some power. He's not a typical leadoff guy. He's got 29 home runs.
Now Darvish back to the plate, and the pitch inside. It's 3 balls and a strike. Yeah, you're kind of caught in between. You don't want to walk a guy with Trout's speed. He's the best in the American League as far as stealing bases, but at the same time, like you said, Tom, he can hit a fat fastball out of the ballpark as quickly as anybody.
That's probably why Darvish threw him the cut fastball on the 2-1 count.
And that pitch way inside. A leadoff walk puts Trout aboard, and Torrey Hunter is coming up. Well, Darvish falling behind, losing Trout on the base on balls. Alfredo Griffin, the coach down there at first base, and see the stolen base leaders. Mike Trout with 47 this year, 2 ahead of Rajai Davis.
And the other thing about Trout is not only has he stolen 47, he's only been thrown out 4 times. Last year in the minor leagues in Double-A, he was 33 out of something like 45 or 44. He was thrown out twice as much in the minor leagues as he has been so far this year in the big leagues. So either it's easier to run in the minor leagues, or his technique is better right now. I was talking to Steve Buechele about that. Boo manages the Rangers Double-A team, and he says what you see a lot in his league is all the young pitchers working on the slide step to try to control the running game. The big leagues, I guess, Buzz, they're kind of reluctant to do that because they think it takes away from their overall stuff, I guess.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to master, I don't think, Tom, and still throw the ball as well as you possibly can. I think guys are overall reluctant to change when they get to the big leagues because what got them there.
Yeah.
And that's not an easy thing to compensate for.
Well, it sounds like at least at the Double-A level in the Texas League, based on Boo's observation, a lot of the young pitchers are working on that so that when they do get to the big leagues, it's not a problem for them.
And that's one of those things that, and I know you've seen it in various facets of baseball, it's kind of cyclical, and guys will work at it from the rookie league on up, and then all of a sudden you say, well, you know, a bunch of guys doing it at the big league level. Pitch inside, just missed. It's 2-1. And they identify a problem like the slide step, like not holding runners on, and it'll become a teaching point throughout the minor league system, and guys get better at it, and then it'll be something else.
Well, it can be such an important part of winning a close game, whether or not you can hold the other team's stolen base threat at first base. Makes sense to work on it in the minor leagues.
2-1 the count. There goes Trout. The pitch is inside. The throw to second is not in time. And Trout coming off the bag almost had the tag reapplied by Kinsley. The Trout with his 48th stolen base of the year, now in scoring position for Torrey Hunter.
He can fly and he can accelerate too, boy. That was pretty close.
Yes, it was. Good job by Ian.
Ian pinned his hand right to the ground.
Good job by Ian keeping that tag on there. So Trout at second, all-time leader in runs scored now for the Angels. 2-2 the count to Hunter. Just inside. Hunter backing out, and that slow curveball trying to catch the inside corner, didn't miss by much. Looks like right from the beginning, James Hoy might have a kind of a tight strike zone. So a full count to Hunter. Nobody out, just underway here in the top of the first inning. Payoff pitch, popped up. Shallow right field. Trout is going to tag. Cruz makes the catch. Trout going to third. Here comes Cruz's throw. It is in time. Great throw by Nelly Cruz, and a tag put on Trout, and Jim Reynolds is going to be besieged by Mike Scioscia.
I don't know if he's out or not, but it was a great throw by Nelly. You could see Nelly working, trying to stay behind the ball and set up his throw to third base. And he made a perfect throw. Trout tagged on a marginal ball to right field, but because of his speed, he felt like he could make it. Close play, Rangers got the call.
Well, Nelly did a great job, and I'm sure you can appreciate that, Tom, of getting himself in position, even with a difficult wind today in right field.
Yeah, that's closer than I thought it was when I saw it. When I saw it at first, I thought he was safe by a mile. I'm not so sure. I think he is out.
So that empties the bases now, and 2 outs. And Albert Pujols takes outside, ball 1.
He's out.
I think he got him.
Let's put it this way. It's close enough that on several replays we're not exactly positive, which tells you it was not a blatant call one way or the other. I mean, it could easily have gone our way, and it could easily have gone their way. It was one of those calls that Jim Reynolds had to interpret on his own, and he doesn't have the benefit of the slow motion replay. But I think it probably verified his call.
Off the end of the bat to Ian Kinsler, who was shifted around on the shortstop side of second. And that'll do it. So the leadoff walk, no damage. Thank you to Nelly Cruz on that great throw. We're going to the bottom of the first. Angels nothing, Rangers coming up on Fox Sports Southwest. Lineup that will face Zach Greinke this afternoon. Ian Kinsler leads off. He's the second baseman. Elvis Andrus is next. Josh Hamilton is in center field. Adrian Beltre bats fourth and plays third. The right fielder Nelson Cruz hits fifth. The DH is Michael Young. David Murphy in left batting seventh. Giovanni Soto behind the plate. And Mitch Moreland, the first baseman, batting ninth. And Greinke ready to go to work to Ian Kinsler, and it's a strike on the outside corner.
As well as Yu Darvish has been pitching lately, Greinke has probably been even better. 12 starts with the Angels, looks very solid. In September, 1.53 ERA. Last start against the Rangers, he had a no decision. He pitched 8 innings, only gave up 1 run. That's the game that Adrian Beltre hit the home run in the 9th inning off Ernesto Frieri, a 2-run homer to beat the Angels 3-1 in Anaheim. But Greinke, in his last 7 starts, is 5-0 with a 1.62 ERA. So very few pitchers in baseball are throwing better than he is right now.
And Ian Kinsler going after that high fastball, fouls it away. It's very quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
He had an unusual start, his last start. He only pitched 5 innings, but threw 110 pitches and struck out 13 out of 15 outs. That's just unbelievable.
That is. That is. Now, he is like a lot of good pitchers. You get to him early, you've got a shot, but you let him get in gear and keep those things going. And there's the September leaders. Greinke right there at the top. Yu Darvish right behind him. 1-2 pitch. Little nubber back to the mound. Greinke, a good athlete, fields. Throws on to first, and Kinsler is retired for out number 1. And let's take a look at the rest of the Angels defense here this afternoon. Trumbo in left, Trout in center, Hunter is in right field. You saw Pujols at first, Isturis at second, Ibar the shortstop, Alberto Callasco at third, and Chris Iannetta handling Zach Greinke here today. Now, one away, Elvis Andrus now will step in. Elvis at 288 for the year, having an outstanding year, career highs in almost every category. Greinke's first pitch to him is a fastball strike. It's 0-1. Andrus 3 out of 12 in his career against Zach Greinke. Up the middle. Estura's backhands. Had a little trouble getting it out of the glove, but able to throw out Elvis. That is out number 2. Quickly 2 gone on 6 pitches for Greinke. 7 pitches, excuse me.
Estura's is getting the start at second base today instead of Howie Kendrick. Darvish has been so tough on right-handers. I'm sure that plays into it. Darvish gives up a 194 opponent's batting average to right-hand hitters.
And Josh Hamilton taking a knee-high strike. Josh now tied for the major league lead with those 43 home runs. And Mel Cabrera hit his 43rd yesterday. Ripping a foul. It's very quickly 0-2. And Greinke coming out here early and really setting the tone. He's firing. Here's the home run chase in the American League. Encarnacion, a home run behind both Cabrera and Hamilton. Got him swinging. Pulled the string on the breaking ball, and Zach Greinke has a very quick and efficient 1-2-3 first. Rangers gone. We'll go to the second. No score from Arlington on Fox Sports Southwest. Top of the second inning, Kendrys Morales, the DH, goes after the first pitch and slams it off his front foot. And rolls out to Ian Kinsler. That is strike 1.
That would have been a close play at first base. Even though Morales isn't a fast runner, Ian's out in right field. He had to come a long way just to catch that ball.
Well, if he does it again, he's going to be not quite as close. He's not going to be able to run quite as well. Just mashed his big toe. 0-1 pitch from Darvish. A wave and a miss, and it's 0-2. Morales 0 for 11, as you can see, against you, Darvish. Good numbers for Morales, though. He's really come on the last month or so for the Angels. And he was a guy they were really planning on anchoring the middle of that order, coming back from that broken leg. 0-2 pitch. Call strike 3. And Morales caught looking as Darvish gets his first strikeout. And let's say hello to Jim Knox. Jim.
All right, thanks, Buzz. Great crowd on hand in game 1 in this doubleheader against the Angels. Community Corner this afternoon. Join Texas legend Earl Campbell and the National MS Society in their quest to put multiple sclerosis out of business. You know, Earl's son Tyler was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis back in 2007. To find out more information on this, log on to ProPlayerFoundation.org. Buzz?
All right, Jim, thank you. Here's Alberto Callaspo. Switch hitting third baseman up there from the left side, and Darvish back to him. Strike 1.
That's a cutter. Came in at 90 miles an hour and dropped about 3 or 4 inches right at the end.
Cayaspo, as you can tell, has had a reasonable amount of success against Yu Darvish. 5 for 11 in his brief career against Darvish. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cayaspo brings in a modest 4-game hitting streak into play here this afternoon. Again, this game 1 of a split day-night doubleheader here in Arlington. Belt high strike. It's 1-2 to Cayaspo. Cayaspo, it's safely in 10 of his last 11 ball games for the Angels. This Angel Ball Club has really played well in the month of September. They have the best record in the American League at 17-8 in this month. A couple of big ones here today for them and the Rangers. 1-2 pitch. And the count goes 2-2 as Darvish gets that down at the feet of Cayaspo. So you trying to settle in. He's thrown 21 pitches so far. Just 11 strikes in 10 balls. Tom told you his success, though, against the Angels has been pretty consistent this year. 2-2 pitch on the way. Out of play to the left. Darvish, the 26-year-old. Big signee in the offseason by the Rangers. Right-hander is ready, and again the 2-2 pitch coming. The left center field, that's going to be trouble. It is in the gap, and Murphy able to cut it off, going to second, and in with a slide is Cayaspo. He's there with a 1-out double. So the Angels had their first hit of the afternoon, the first hit of the ball game for either ball club. It's an opposite alley double for Alberto Cayaspo.
We talk about Cayaspo a lot. He can put the bat on the ball. You got a slider, cutter out over the plate. And he's not trying to do too much. He's just trying to put the ball in play. And he finds a hole out in left center field. Wouldn't hit all that hard, but it was hit to the right part of the ballpark.
Well, the second time the Angels have had a runner in scoring position. Mike Trout was there in the first inning. Was shot down by Nelly Cruz trying to advance to third on a fly ball. Eric Ibar takes a fastball strike. Ibar at .290 for the season. 8 home runs, 45 driven in. And in September, he has the 4th highest average, as you can see, at .355.
You got to play 2 today, Buzz. I'm sure the players aren't disappointed that it's 67 degrees out for the first game.
That's a good point. Sun is trying to break through out here from time to time, and according to the weather forecast, it will later on today. The cloud cover hanging in very solidly this morning. Some very light rain until about an hour before game time or so. And boy, Dennis Klein and his ground crew have done a marvelous job of getting this field in shape to play. And you get a look at the flag still drifting out toward right field. The wind out of the north. Very cool, comfortable afternoon. Soto out to have a little talk with Yu Darvish. The catcher back down there behind home plate. He will flash some signs out as Ibar gets back into the batter's box. 0-2 the count. A ball and 2 strikes. Darvish getting that up there at 96 miles an hour. The right-hander ready, a check of second. Little nubber back to the mound. Darvish off the mound in a hurry, throws and gets it. On to third goes Cayaspo. He's there with 2 outs now for Mark Trumbo. Good pitch, got in on the fists of Eric Ibar by Yu Darvish.
Trumbo, Buzz, you were talking about Trumbo being in kind of a slump. He had a good first game. He drove the ball pretty well in that game. He comes up now against Darvish. That's a pretty tough pitch to do much with right there. Like he did all he could just to make the ball roll 10 feet.
Is that where about halfway through your swing you said, I really don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I got to stop.
You're thinking, oh man, here we go. I got to run this thing out. You just want to walk right straight back to the dugout.
Trumbo, a 3-hit game here on Friday night. First pitch is fouled away to the right. It's 0-1. Trumbo 1 out of 12, as you will see, against Yu Darvish. Still a very, very good year for the second-year Angel. 31 home runs, 92 RBI. Second half for him, though, has been pretty much an offensive disaster. 0-1 pitch from Darvish. No balls, 2 strikes. Tom, with the haze and stuff, the cloud cover, and there's not glare, but is this difficult for a hitter to see sometimes in this kind of lighting?
I think it's better like this.
Do you?
I always felt I didn't like the sun. You had to squint. There was usually a glare. Sometimes the backdrop wasn't quite as good in the sun. I always felt on a day like this it was just about perfect for playing.
Darvish comes set, a check of Callaspo at third. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball out to second. Ian Kinsler knocks it down, recovers, throws, and gets him. Good job by Ian to stay in front of that ball and keep it close to him. Side retired, the 1-out double by Callaspo, no damage. We're going to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless in Arlington on Fox Sports Southwest. Metro PCS is giving away 40 Samsung 4G LTE phones. Enter to win at all participating locations. Metro PCS, wireless for all. Scoreless ball game, bottom of the second inning. And Adrian Beltre, first ball swinging, shoots one down the right side and goes well foul. He has to go back and get another piece of lumber as that Greinke fastball went right off the end of the bat. Well, nearly going here, Zach Greinke looks like he's pretty much together today, just continuing what he's done for the month of September.
Well, he's thrown 11 pitches, 10 of them have been strikes.
Beltre, a 5-game hitting streak coming into play today. Up the middle, that's a base hit. Well, Greinke is quick. He's a very good fielding pitcher, but not quick enough to handle that shot off the bat of Beltre.
He's one of the few that actually had a chance to catch that ball.
Now, Ford leaderboard showing you the American League leaders in home batting average this year. And Adrian Beltre at the top of the list. He is 6 points better than Denard Span. And David Murphy, 5th in the American League at 335. 346 for Beltre and rising. So the Rangers have their first hit and base runner of the afternoon. Adrian at first base. Nelson Cruz steps in. Lays off that high fastball. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Nelly 3 for 3 here on Friday night. I'd like to see him get in one of his hot streaks, continuing this hot streak. Chop foul, 1 ball, 1 strike. We've seen Cruz get hot like this, 5 hits in his last 6 at bats, and really carry a club for 1 or 2 weeks.
Well, that'd be nice.
Greinke's 1-1 pitch. And the breaking ball is wide. It's 2 balls and a strike. Cruz 3 out of 12 in his career against Zach Greinke. Some of these numbers for these guys, you have to remember that most of the at-bats that the Ranger hitters have had came against Greinke when he was with Kansas City, so maybe a couple of years removed. Deep drive to left field, way back goodbye.
That was a moonshot, boy. That thing hit the back wall of a restaurant there.
A Cruz missile with Beltre aboard, and the Rangers lead 2-0.
Well, it's been a big 2 innings for Nelly Cruz. He threw out Trout at third base and launched a long 2-run homer. Fastball tailed inside part of the plate, right in the center of the plate. Then Nelly put a great swing on it. No doubt about that one.
A single and a bomb, and the Rangers have the lead on Greinke and the Angels. And here's Michael Young. Well, this being an NFL football Sunday, we'll go to hang time. That didn't have any hang time.
No, that didn't have hang time.
No.
I called it a moonshot. That really wasn't a moonshot. Moonshots stay up long. That thing didn't stay up very long.
It rearranged some seats back there. I can tell you that. Almost rearranged seats in the Diamond Club. Michael Young with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Young hitting at .275. Going the other way, a little looper, and that's going to twist foul back into the first row of seats. 403 feet, the estimated distance on Cruz's home run. Not one of his more majestic ones, but I don't think there's a Ranger fan who won't take that one.
Yeah, and I don't know how much harder he can hit a ball really on a line like that. That's one that you take your best swing and hit it right on the good part of the bat.
Greinke misses high and away to Young. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Michael with 7 home runs, 65 RBI for this year, and he has really come on in the month of September. Takes that breaking ball low, and the count has gone full. So Young trying to continue this great start to the 2nd inning. David Murphy will follow Michael in the batting order. Greinke's payoff pitch. Chopper over the mound, charging his Ibar. Michael's retired, 1 away. Murphy coming up.
A couple of good shortstops in this game, that's for sure. We all know Elvis. We'll get a chance to see Ibar quite a bit too, playing them 17 or 18 times, whatever we play them in the course of the season. He can definitely play shortstop, boy. Got a strong arm, great agility.
Now here's Murph, who is in a bit of an offensive downturn right at the moment. It's low for ball 1. Murph with a batting average at .305 right now. He's just 1 for his last 15 trips to the plate, as you can see. All of those occurring on this homestand. Fouls it off to the left. And the count evens at 1-1. Despite the little downturn, Murph's still 8th in the American League with that .305 average. Greinke back to him, and the pitch is low. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Murphy, 14 home runs, 58 driven in. And this ball hit well to left center field. Trumbull going to his left, able to get a good enough jump on to make it a fairly easy play. That's out number 2, and Giovanni Soto will be next. Hey, fans, catch all the action of the 2012 Major League Baseball postseason on Fox and TBS. The excitement begins October the 5th with a wild card on TBS. And you can keep up with the entire postseason schedule. Just go to TexasRangers.com/postseason. First pitch to Giovanni Soto is going outside for ball 1. Soto has had good luck against Zach Greinke. You see 3 for 7. A strike to the outside corner. Soto overall at 201. 5 home runs, 24 RBI in a Ranger uniform. 2-1 the count. Well, the crowd continuing to build. As you see behind Giovanni, the seats filling in. The expected sellout crowd again as Soto takes low and away. It's 3-1 now. Again, the split doubleheader. The crowd that will be announced for this game and then will file out. Gates will reopen a bit later for the game 2. Hard hit ball up the middle, but Estura's had him shaded that way. On to first, and that'll do it. Nelly Cruz with his 24th home run of the year. Adrian Beltre aboard. The Rangers take a 2-0 lead into the 3rd on Fox Sports Southwest. West is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers and by AT&T. Top of the 3rd inning, and it'll be Mycer Estures to lead things off against Yu Darvish. Rangers leading 2-0 on the strength of Nelly Cruz bomb with Adrian Beltre aboard in the 2nd. Estures takes a little bit low, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Estures, a switch hitter, 2 for 6 against Yu Darvish, as you can see, hitting .255 overall. And there's a knee-high strike. It is 2-1.
Darvish has had 8 games this year where he struck out at least 10 batters. That's the most in the major leagues. He's had 12 games where he struck out at least 9 batters.
He has been pretty much a punch-out machine this year. 3-1, the count to Estures. And Darvish back to it. Chopped on the right side. Ian Kinsler on to first. And Esturris, despite being up in the count, is retired on the ground ball. One away for Chris Iannetta.
That's one, in a game that's probably going to be a low-scoring game. You're leading off an inning. You have a 3-1 count. You're not a guy that strikes out very much. You got to take a pitch right there.
Yeah, I would think so.
I think to start the inning off. He's not a home run hitter, trying to get a base runner.
And the history that Yu Darvish has had, at least maybe not recently, but certainly his MO has been he walks people if you give him the opportunity.
Yeah, I think you want to make him throw pitches.
But he'll take it. Rangers will take it.
And it's a guy that's tough to hit, too. You look at what he's done in September. In 4 starts, he's pitched 30 innings. 8 innings twice, 7 innings twice, I think it is. He's given up 11 hits in 30 innings. That's pretty good. 4 starts, at least 7 innings, 4 hits or less in all 4 of them.
1-0 pitch to Iannetta. That's wide. 2 balls, no strikes. Iannetta 9 home runs, 26 driven in, hitting .251. Rip and a miss at the 2-0 pitch.
I think Darvish buzz over the last 4 or 5 games has gotten to where the cutter really has become the pitch when he has to throw a strike that he likes to throw.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he has confidence in it. He may be able to command that better than his 2-seam fastball. Ground ball wide of third, and Beltre across the diamond. A little bit of glove magic over there, just kind of routine. 2 outs. Mike Trout coming up, and let's say hello to Jim Knox again. Jim.
All right, thanks, Buzz. Real quick, it's Fan Appreciation Day here at the ballpark. This is Sarah, and in section 330, all fans sitting in seat number 4 received a free Verizon phone when they got to their seats. What'd you think, Sarah?
I'm so excited. I was here yesterday for a 5-hour rain delay, went home, came back today, going here tonight. Super excited.
There you go. Well, enjoy your phone and enjoy the rest of the game. Appreciate it, Buzz.
All right, Knoxy, thank you.
That girl's been out here for a long time, boy. She deserves that.
Doesn't get much better than this. Fan Appreciation Day, a doubleheader. A lot on the line here this afternoon on the 30th of September with great weather. Here's Mike Trout, and he takes strike 1. Trout, maybe one of the bigger plays in the game, walked in the first inning, stole second, and then was thrown out trying to advance from second to third on the fly ball to right field. Nelly Cruz gunned him down. That ended up being a 3-hitter inning for Yu Darvish in just 14 pitches. 0-1 pitch. Big slow breaking ball, and that doesn't quite come back in there. 1-1 to Trout. Trout, of course, last year the minor league player of the year, according to Baseball America. At the beginning of play today, Mike Trout 6 behind Miguel Cabrera. You see Adrian Beltre 4th in the American League in that batting race. 1-1 pitch, and that's a little bit wide. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Well, Cabrera has a nice lead, but one thing for sure, the 2 guys behind him, they can put up some hits in a hurry.
Yeah.
Mara can go 3 for 4 the next 4 or 5 days and sneak right in there. Trout the same thing. A little tougher to do it when you've got 500 or 600 at bats. Your batting average doesn't move as quickly.
Little looper in the center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Trout a big turn at first and puts the brakes on as Hamlin gets the ball in quickly. Well, Trout has been aboard a couple of times. A walk and now a single. A 2-out base hit has him at first for Torrey Hunter.
He was definitely thinking about it. And if Josh had done anything but sprint in after that ball, he would have gone. And Darvish, Buzz, we've also been talking about Darvish has been much better holding runners the last 4 or 5 starts. So this is a good test for him right here. Trout stole a base in the first inning.
Yeah, and I didn't think Darvish took a long time to unload that ball that Trout stole on the first time. You go first base way, and Trout is back. Torrey Hunter hit that fly ball to right field that Nelly Cruz captured, got the assist on it. He gunned Trout out at third base. The Hunter hitting at 304. First pitch to him, line to right field. Cruz coming on. He's going to have to play it on a hop. Going to third is Trout. The throw is not in time this time. So a couple little looping base hits, and all of a sudden the Angels have runners at the corners with 2 outs, and Albert Pujols coming up. Now, it figures to be this kind of ball game. The Angels have their whole season on the line in this game, and until they lose every game they play from here on out. Now, they are a veteran team that, for the most part, a veteran team that really knows how to put things together, and they are not going to go away easily.
Well, they're playing well, too.
Pujols, a ground ball to the shortstop spot. That was occupied by Ian Kinsler first time up. And the pitch to him is a strike on the inside corner. Looks like a slider from Yu Darvish. Not exactly where Giovanni Soto wanted that ball, but it worked out okay. 0-1 to Pujols. There's a line drive base hit to right field. Trout will score. Hunter rounding second. He will motor on into third, and 3 consecutive 2-out singles and put the Angels on the board. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
And all of them been hit about the same. None of them been hit hard. They've just been little soft line drives that have found space in the outfield.
The Pujols with his 103rd RBI of the year.
That's a cutter right off the end of the bat.
Yep. So again, Angels at the corners. Pujols now at first, Hunter at third. Still 2 outs. Kendrys Morales, who was called out on strikes his first time, will be the hitter. Again, the Rangers in that modified shift with Ian Kinsler in shallow right field. First pitch is hit high in the air down the left field line. That's going to slice back and be unreachable. Back in the first row, and then it caroms up about 15 rows out of play. Well, Morales making his way slowly back to home plate, has a count of no balls and 1 strike. Darvish ready, a check of the runners. 0-1 pitch, good breaking ball. It's swung on or missed. Morales has done a lot of damage here against the Rangers this year, but not overall. 0-2 pitch, got him swinging. So Darvish bends but does not break. He gives up a run on 3 hits. The Angels strand 2. We're going to the bottom of the third. Rangers 2, Angels 1 on Fox Sports Southwest. The bottom of the third, Rangers with a 2-1 lead over the Angels. Zach Greinke gave up 2 runs in the second. Kelly Cruz with a home run, and the first pitch to Moreland is lashed foul on the third base side. It's 0-1. Mitch hitting .275 for the season. 15 home runs, 50 driven in. Greinke hands together in front of him, goes into the wind. Slow breaking ball, that's top foul, and very quickly Greinke with the advantage in the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Mitch in his last 6 games has started to pick things up a little bit. He's gone 2 out of 5 in this homestand, and he's 4 out of 12 in those 6 ball games that we were talking about. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Moreland back in the box, tapping home plate with the business end of the bat. And Greinke comes back with the 1-2.
Good eye. Tough pitch to lay off of right there. It's a big curveball going straight down. Looks like it might stay high enough. Mitch gauged where it was going to end up. Took a pitch he wasn't going to be able to hit if he did swing at it.
Now the 2-2. Out of play to the left.
Greinke was a trade line decision by the Angels. He'll also be a free agent at the end of the year. The way he's pitched this year, coming down the stretch, could be a very marketable free agent, that's for sure. Interesting buzz to see where he decides to go.
Yeah, it will be, Tom. And at 28 years of age, you've got to think that he is going to be right at the top of the list on guys that other teams are suitors for.
Whatever the big deals that pitchers have signed for the last few years, I'm sure that's what he'll be looking for. I don't know if he'll get that or not, but that's what he'll be looking for.
Rather mercurial figure, as we have heard in the past. Slow tapper by the mound. Charging is Asturis, a quick release, and he got Moreland by a step. 1 gone. Ian Kinsler coming up. Let's go back down to the field for Emily Jones. Em.
Well, fellas, as you know, many opportunities for outside distractions to creep in over the last couple of days, which is why Ron Washington says it is of the utmost importance to keep the focus between the white lines today.
Got to stay relaxed and go out there and play a game. And because if you start to putting other things into it, then you take your focus off where it should be, and that's on the game at hand. So you just play each game for what it is and try to play the best game you can and win the ball game. That's it. And the rest of it take care of itself.
So while we're discussing the many scenarios that can take place, of course, these guys just trying to focusing on winning 1 day at a time, and in this case, 2 games in 1 day at a time. Guys.
All right, Ed, thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with Wash more. That's exactly what they have to do. I mean, we sit up here all day long saying if the Rangers win 2 and the A's lose, then the Rangers clinch the division. Oh, but what happens if they lose 2 and the A's win? Uh-oh, now we go to Oakland 1 game ahead. Well, if we split and Oakland loses, then it's 3 games, and it just goes on forever. You sit there thinking about that stuff while you're out there waiting for the pitch to come. You will have a hard time concentrating on the game.
You also might need a straitjacket for the flight out to Oakland after the ball game.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit clearer on the flight out to Oakland. At least we'll know whether the Rangers have a 1 game, a 2 game, a 3 game, or a 4 game lead. I guess it could be any of those.
Two-0 the count to Elvis. A couple of ground balls to second base in this inning. That's exactly what Elvis did his first time up. High and tight, and the count moves to 3-0. So Elvis trying to get aboard here in the third with 2 outs. Josh Hamilton will be next. Josh hoping that he gets a shot at Greinke here in the third. A 2-1 Ranger lead. 3-0 pitch from Greinke. And that is high. Ball 4. Andrus trots down to first. First walk issued by Zach Greinke. Let's head back to our Fox Sports Southwest studios. A Mazda game break with Rick Renner. Rick? All right, Rick. Yeah, that's Yankees and Baltimore tied in the American League East. That is a tight thing over there. There's the one who doesn't have the lead in that division right now would be the wild card, the leader. That's all subject to change these last 4 games. Hamilton takes a slow breaking ball outside for ball 1. Josh went down swinging his first time up. Hamilton, a .285 hitter. Elvis at first, 2 outs here in the Ranger third. Greinke, a long look into Iannetta. Now the right-hander's ready. There goes Elvis. The pitch is lined to right center field, a base hit. Elvis around second. He's being waved around third. Up with the ball is Trout. The throw to the plate is not in time. Hamilton goes into second. The Rangers lead 3-1.
I love that kind of run right there with a runner running, a base hit to the outfield, and you say all the way, is he going to be able to score? You know he's running on the play. Trout is playing Hamilton in left center field. The ball is hit to right center field. Trout's got great speed to get to the ball. Elvis has good speed on the bases. And you just sit back and wait and see what's going to happen. Elvis running. He knows he can score right here. And the other good thing, Hamilton takes second on the throw in.
Now Trout trying to be aggressive in center field. And threw it all the way home, and that allowed Hamilton to get in scoring position. So the Rangers answer the Angels' run with one of their own. Regained that 2-run lead, and Adrian Beltre up there is 1 for 1 today.
Yeah, Trout doesn't have that kind of an arm.
Oh, 1 pitch, way outside. That may be the only thing we can say about Mike Trout that, where you preface it with he doesn't have that.
Yeah, I haven't watched him throw enough, but I'd say if you had to rate his arm, the highest you could rate it is average. I don't think he has anything above average as far as his throwing goes. Everything else is well above average across the board, so that's kind of nitpicking.
It kind of reminded me when Don Baylor was playing left field for the Baltimore Orioles. The scouting report on him was, if a ball's hit to him and he runs it in, stop. If he throws it in, go ahead and go.
Don Baylor was a terrific offensive player, but you're right. He could not throw.
Couldn't throw a lick.
You could pick out a fan and throw him out there.
2 balls, 1 strike the count. Hamilton at second. Rangers looking for more off of Greinke. And this crowd filling in and getting into the spirit of things here this afternoon. Beltre now hitting an even .320 for the year. Greinke okays the sign, a check of second. Breaking ball popped him up. Shallow right field. And Hunter never saw it going out of Sturris. He can't get there. Hamilton scores. Into second is Beltre. As Sturris going out was waiting, it looked like, for Hunter to call him off, and Torrey Hunter never saw the ball.
I saw the ball go up and saw Hunter just standing there and said, my eyes must have misjudged the ball. This must be a little pop up to second base. And then when it fell in, it's obvious that Hunter had no idea where the ball was. You didn't see him with his arms out like that, and his tourist couldn't get to it.
Wow.
You know, Buzz, earlier you asked, on this kind of an overcast day, is it tough to see the ball? And I said no for a hitter. And I wouldn't have thought it was that tough for an outfielder, but it was obviously tough for Hunter.
Yeah. Well, maybe looking into the green background for a hitter, it would be easier.
Yeah. Than the shirts.
Shirt sleeve crowd, and you may lose it somewhere along the line. In any event, Hunter did lose it somewhere in his path up into the air. And Beltre credited with an RBI double. The Rangers lead 4-1.
Well, the Angels in the last inning, with 2 outs, put together 3 straight hits. The Rangers put together a walk and 2 hits after 2 outs. They got a little rally of their own.
Now
Not done yet.
Yeah. Here's Nelly, who is 4 for his last 4. Got Beltre at second. 2 runs across, 2 outs. All of this happening with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. Beltre the lead from second. First pitch to Cruz. And he lays off the breaking ball. It's a 1-0. Nelly with his 24th home run of the year and his 90th run driven in. The Rangers have 3 hitters now with 90 or more RBI. Beltre with 101, Hamilton with 126. 1-0 pitch. Fastball strike on the inside corner.
Well, the thing that's complicated what we're talking about, Buzz, as far as all the standings go, is that comeback that the A's made yesterday. They were down 4-0 late, got a 2-run homer in the 9th to tie it, and a walk-off in the 10th to win it.
Josh
like
Donaldson.
that was going to be a loss.
Josh Donaldson had that 2-run home run with 1 out in the 9th inning off Wilhelmsen. And then Brandon Moss, a 3-run home run in the 10th inning to walk it off. That's the 14th time that the A's have had a walk-off win this year. That's incredible. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Frankie ready. And Cruz pops it up. Coming down the line into foul territory. Albert Pujols makes the grab, and that will do it. But a 2-out rally for the Rangers. They get 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk and leave 1. After 3, Rangers 4, Angels 1 on Fox Sports Southwest. Cruz hit a blast out of here, 403 feet, a 2-run home run in the second. Elvis Andrews scored from first on a Hamilton single. He was off and running, and that got the Rangers going with a 2-out rally to score 2 more times. Alberto Callaspo leading things off for the Angels here in the 4th inning. Callaspo doubled to left center field his first time to the plate. Darvish back to him, missed inside. It's 2-0. Darvish today, probably not the command, at least early in the ballgame, that we have seen him have the last 3 or 4 times out. But you have to say the Angels last inning didn't exactly beat him to death. They had 3 soft singles, but they all happened to be with 2 outs, and they were consecutive. That put a run on the board for the Angels. Darvish now behind in the count. 3-0 to Callaspo. There's a strike, and it's 3-1. You know, the last thing that you wants to do is walk that leadoff man after the Rangers have given him a 3-run lead. He's trying to come back and get the switch hitting third baseman. And he nails strike 2 on the inside corner. Callaspo now a 5-game hitting streak. Hits are even at 4 in this game, but the Rangers have put a 2 spot up on the board in both the second and the third, and they lead 4-1. Payoff pitch from Darvish. Beltre to one knee.
Nice
to both
comeback,
feet.
Buzz.
1 out. Let's go to Jim Knox. Jim.
All right, Buzz, the Fox Sports Southwest Fan Express rolled in this afternoon from Austin, Texas, courtesy 104.9 The Horn. A lot of great people on hand. All the seats taken. Fox Sports Southwest girls also on hand. Reggie, this is a big weekend for you, right?
Oh, yeah, it is, man. We saw the Longhorns win yesterday in a great game, and today we drove up, going to see the Rangers win, and hopefully a playoff berth. Oh, yeah, go Rangers!
Appreciate it, guys. Buzz.
All right, Knoxie. The 1 out, Eric Ibar now to the plate. Both Moreland and Beltre, the corner men, up, respecting his ability to bunt. And Ibar shows bunt, pulls the bat back. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Yeah, Tom, that was a good comeback. Very important, I think, for Darvish to come back and get Kai Aspo
Lead off hitter.
Yep. And that's the kind of thing, really, that if you're having problems at all with control and you're able to come back and do that, it'll make you much more positive about things on the mound. He gets the outside corner that time. He did a 2-seam fastball. Sometimes you need a little break here and there, and a lucky break sometimes, and that can turn everything around between your ears. 1-1 pitch. That slow breaking ball and under 70. Pulled foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You know, Darvish, and I know we've talked about it a lot, able to vary the speeds almost by 30 miles an hour on his pitches, anywhere from 67, 68 miles an hour on that slow curveball to 96 when he wants to tune it up. Now the 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. And 93 after 69. That's a little tough to adjust to.
Well, he'd seen some hard pitches before the slow curveball. He was way out in front of the slow curveball. And then he gets another fastball and can't catch up with it. Some of the fastballs cut in. That looked like a 2-seam fastball that sailed away from him. Pretty tough combination of locations, movement, and speeds.
Now 2 outs here in the 4th. Mark Trumbo, who grounded out to second base his first time up, is at the plate. Darvish with a sign he wants, and the first pitch. Breaking ball, and that is strike 1.
Playing Trumbo around in right center field. Josh is. David swung around toward left as well. They're not playing him to pull the ball very much. In fact, not at all. They're playing him to hit it the other way.
Darvish dropping down, and that's something you don't see him do very often, but he missed outside. It's 1-1. It's amazing some of the defensive alignments you see now with all the scouting, all the video reports that come in on guys, and very unusual outfield alignment, but it's around to the right. The infield's around to the left by a step or 2. The tendency charts really get a lot of attention.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of shifts where the batter will pull the ball on the ground and hit it the other way in the air.
Those are not boos, folks. Those are U's. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Darvish a long look. He and Soto have a little trouble getting together on the next sign. No, Trumbo backs out. Now Darvish obviously not seeing what he wanted to from Giovanni Soto. So taking his glove off as if to say, okay, how many more do you want me to get put down there? There's the one he wanted. Knew it was hiding in there somewhere. 1-2 pitch. Yeah, that's way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got to be very, very tough, I would think, for a catcher, whether it be Giovanni or Napoli or whoever to catch Darvish, because so much is predicated on what it feels like to Darvish, how the ball feels in his hands, how he feels throwing the ball. And when you have that many options as far as numbers of pitches, catchers have to be just, hey, throw whatever you want. I don't have a clue what you're thinking. Now the 2-2. Round ball, third. Beltre to Moreland. And it turns into a 1-2-3 inning as Darvish now has retired 4 straight. 3.5 have gone by. Rangers 4, Angels 1 on Fox Sports Southwest. Darvish with 16 wins, trying for number 17 here today. And since 2000, only 2 other AL rookies have won more than 16 games. We want you to name those 2. Give you the answer in half an inning or so as Zach Greinke goes to work. And Michael Young, starting things off, takes outside and low for ball 1. It'll be Young, Murphy, and Soto here in the 4th inning. Rangers on top 4-1. Michael Young, a ground ball to short, his only time up there, and Greinke's next offering is low and outside. Rangers have made Greinke work a little bit in the last couple of innings. Greinke had just 10 pitches in the first frame and 21 in each of the last 2. Fly ball to right. Hunter sees this one. Torrey camped underneath it.
One thing the Rangers aren't doing is swinging the pitches out of the strike zone for the most part. They've made him throw a lot of pitches, and his strikes to walk ratio is not what it normally is. 55 pitches, 32 strikes.
The one away on Young's fly ball out. Now here's David Murphy, who skied out to left field. The ball pretty well into the gap in left center, but Trumbo able to run it down back in the 2nd inning. Big curve ball, and that is strike 1. Well, Baltimore shutting out Boston now as they play in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Baltimore trying to maintain in the American League East, and Toronto has that lead over the Yankees still. Nice play by Asturias. Murphy's retired for the 2nd time. 2 away, bases empty for Giovanni Soto.
Enter Giovanni Soto.
Soto, ground ball to second, and that ended the 2nd inning for the Rangers. Giovanni hitting in an even 200. Now a new baseball is requested by Zach Greinke. Now we're set to go. First pitch to Soto. Swung on, popped foul. That's out of play over the Ranger dugout. It's no balls and a strike. Giovanni behind the plate today, making the start in game 1 this afternoon. Takes low and outside. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Reinke back to him. 2-1. And the next pitch. Popped up. Right side of the infield. Sturris, the second baseman, waving his arms, calling everybody off. Reaches back as the wind kind of playing tricks with that. But he's able to put it away. And the Rangers gone in order. We have finished 4 in Arlington. It's the Rangers 4, the Angels 1 on Fox Sports Southwest. AT trivia for today. We asked you, since 2000, only 2 rookies in the American League have won more than 16 games. Who are they? Well, it's CC Sabathia in 2001 and Justin Verlander in 2006. That's pretty exclusive company if Yu Darvish is able to capture his 17th here this afternoon. Has a 4-1 lead as we head to the 5th inning, and Maisara Sturris leading off. He'll be followed by Chris Iannetta and Mike Trout. Rangers with 2 in the second. Angels came back with 1 in the top of the third. And Rangers answered with 2 in the bottom of the third as Darvish deals outside to Sturris. It's 1 ball, no strikes. And Giovanni Soto going out to immediately say something to Yu Darvish. Generally, when that happens, it's something mechanical that the catcher had seen. Say, hey, you're flying open a little bit, or something that he could see from his vantage point behind the plate. He wanted to impart to Yu Darvish very quickly. 1-0 pitch, and that's low and inside. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, he ran the count to Callaspo leading off the 4th inning to 3-0. Came back and got him. Won't get it to 3-0 right here. Throws a strike on 2-0.
Yeah, so there are some days, I think, when pitchers feel like they need to throw a couple more warm-up pitches than normal. And if you're used to throwing 6 or 7, you don't get a couple more than 6. Elvis, nice pickup. Wow. Goes on to first. What a play by Andrews.
That's a pretty play. They just make it look so easy. Had to charge it. You're on the run. It takes a tricky hop. Throw going away from first base.
It stirs with pretty good speed.
Yeah, nice play all the way around.
Some pretty fancy defense out here this afternoon behind Yu Darvish. 1 away for Chris Iannetta. But anyway, about Darby, he's not alone if that's the case. If you're used to throwing 6 or 7 pitches and you need a few extra, you don't get more than 8 between innings. And sometimes it takes you a couple of pitches on the first batter, even the entire first batter, to get into the groove you want to get into, feeling good about what you're throwing. 1 ball, no strikes to Ionetta, who grounded out to Adrian Beltre down at third base. Rip and a miss at the breaking ball. It is 1-1.
He'll throw the cut fastball that breaks the same direction as a slider at 88 to 90 miles an hour. Then his slider's about 84 miles an hour, breaks a little bit more and goes down a little bit more. A lot of different things you have to be aware of as a hitter when you're trying to hit him.
That fastball just missed the inside corner. It's 2-1.
Yeah, that could have been a strike.
Darvish at 71 pitches through the first 4 1/3. Right-hander is ready. The 2-1 pitch to Ionetta. Foul back the fastball. And the count evens. I mentioned the situation here today in this first game and the second game too. The Angels have to win to not be eliminated from divisional contention. They are 5 games behind the Rangers with 5 games to play. So from that standpoint, the Rangers have at least guaranteed themselves a tie. Check swing, he couldn't stop, and that is strikeout number 4. With 2 outs, Mike Trout coming up. Let's go to Jim Knox once again. Jim.
All right, Buzz, real quick, Fan Appreciation Day continues. This is Wes. You came to the seats today, and you understand you got a Nolan Ryan baseball.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Having a little bit of trouble with the curve earlier. Ball came straight at me, and I missed it. But it worked out because I got the Nolan Ryan ball today.
There you go. Missed a foul ball earlier. Your glove needs a little more breaking in, but got Nolan Ryan baseball. Congratulations. Appreciate it, Wes.
Thanks. Awesome. Go Rangers.
There you go, Buzz.
All right, Jim. Mike Trout takes a strike to the outside corner. Trout has been aboard both times today against Darvish. Walked to lead off the game and then singled in the 3rd inning with 2 out. That started the Ranger, or I should say the Angel scoring rally. 3 consecutive 2-out singles. And Trout scored his 126th run of the year. It's fisted on that fastball, fouls it back. And Darvish now ahead of the count, no balls, 2 strikes. But with that base hit, Trout now hitting at .322. And again, the U-Birds are out here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. 0-2 pitch. And just a little bit outside.
Tried to throw that one a little too hard.
Soto has handled Darvish very, very effectively lately. And, so much I'm not real big on one catcher's ERA with a pitcher over a period of time. It depends on when you get the pitcher. Pitch fell back. Darvish has been throwing well, and Soto happens to have been catching him at that time. But you would probably have the same results were Mike Napoli catching him when Darvish is throwing well. But as long as things are going well, Ron Washington not going to make a change with Darvish throwing to Soto right now. Still the ball and 2 strikes. And Darvish has the one he wants. Just off the outside corner, 2-2. Top of the 5th inning, 2 outs, bases empty.
It didn't look like it was very close to being a strike.
No.
It actually was, though.
Pretty tough to get an umpire to call that pitch a strike when you're set up on the other side and standing up. Got him swinging. Slider and Darvish got the strikeout. Back-to-back punch-outs, 5 in the game. We're halfway through the game here this afternoon. Rangers 4, Angels 1 on Fox Sports Southwest. The Sprint Cup returns to Texas Motor Speedway November 1st through the 4th. And you can win tickets to the AAA Texas 500 by texting FSN to 63767. Text FSN to 63767 right now for a chance to win. Mitch Marlin, a little looper into shallow center, going out very quickly as Ibar. And the Angels shortstop makes an over-the-shoulder catch. And that is out number 1. Now let's go back to our Fox Sports Southwest studios for a Mazda CX-5 game break with Rick Renner. Rick? All right, Rick, thank you. Yeah, Baltimore leading 5-0. Toronto now a 3-run advantage over the Yankees. Both those ball games in the middle innings. Toronto 4-1 now over the Bronx Bombers. Breaking ball strike. Ian Kinsler a little disappointed with that call. It's 0-1. Kins today has grounded out twice. Once back to the mound and once to second base. Greinke back to the plate. And that breaking ball is low. It's 1-1 to Kinsler. Ian at 261 as he leads off in the he's batting second here in the Ranger 5th inning. Towering fly ball to left field. That is playable as Trout and Trumbo close on it. It's Mike Trout making the call and the catch. That is out number 2, and Elvis Andrus will come to the plate. Oh, Ian got underneath that one just a little bit. Here comes Elvis, who walked and scored with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Had that big walk off of Greinke, and then running on a pitch, Josh Hamilton laced one into right center field for a single, and Elvis able to score all the way from first. Rangers would put another run on the board. Adrian Beltre with a bloop double with the RBI. And Elvis a chop foul, and he's going to hobble around here for a second as that ball came down and he got his right leg a little bit.
Yeah, Greinke doesn't walk many, and he's only walked 1 today, but the 2-out walk to Elvis Andrus led to a 2-run inning.
You can almost classify that as taking advantage of an error. Same idea.
Much, yeah. And Greinke's only struck out 1 today, too. Coming off a game where he struck out 13. Only 1 Ranger so far today.
Was it 13 in 5 innings?
5 innings. Struck out 13 out of 15 outs.
That's something you see in high school.
He also threw 110 pitches in 5 innings.
Wow.
Normally he's good for 7 or 8 innings in 110 pitches.
Elvis back in there. Greinke about ready to throw his 67th pitch of this afternoon. The 0-1. Elvis showing bunt and takes the pitch low and outside. That drew Callaspo running down the line from third. Callaspo respecting Elvis's ability to bunt anyway. Plays about even with the bag. 2 outs, bases empty. And a strike hits the outside corner. Elvis currently hitting at 288. Greinke back with a 1-2 pitch. And it's in the dirt. Elvis pumping that bat back and forth and waiting for Greinke to settle in. Right-handers ready, and the 2-2 on the way. All the way to the backstop. It's 3-2. Now, Greinke just enough off today to have a hard time putting away hitters. You mentioned the lack of strikeouts, Tom, and that's a big part of it.
Yeah, can't get his breaking ball over the plate.
Well, Elvis trying to get aboard with 2 outs. And Josh Hamilton hitting right behind him is in the on-deck circle. Payoff pitch. Laced into left field. That's down for a base hit. So Elvis again on with 2 outs in front of Josh.
Well, he kept trying to put him away with a breaking ball. Couldn't do it. Went to 3-2. Threw him a fastball. Wanted to throw him a strike. Grooved it. And Elvis lined it in left field. Work the count. Get the pitch you want. Take advantage of it.
So the 5th hit of the afternoon for the Rangers. Hamilton at the plate has one of those. That was a key 2-out single in the 3rd inning last time the Rangers scored. A rip and a foul ball off the equipment of Iannetta. It's no balls and a strike to Hamilton. And off and moving with the pitch was Elvis, and when Hamilton looped that into right center field, Elvis just kept on coming. And Hamilton a heads-up base running play into second from where he scored on the double from Beltre. Pitch out, but Elvis not going this time. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. But Josh at 286 now. The RBI total up to 126. 10 behind Miguel Cabrera as we play right now. Out at first base on a quick move from Greinke is Elvis Andrus. So the Rangers gone in the 5th. No runs a hit. Nobody left. And after 5, it's the Rangers 4, the Angels 1 on Fox Sports Southwest. Behind the scenes at the ballpark, including the media room and dugouts, indoor batting cages, press box, and a whole lot more. Adult tickets are only $12, and there are discounts for groups, seniors, students, and youth. Get details at TexasRangers.com/tours. Well, the sun breaking through, and the popcorn and hot dogs in plentiful supply out here at Rangers Ballpark as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Yu Darvish back to the hill. Rangers leading 4-1. Torrey Hunter starting things off. Hunter 1 out of 2. Singled his last time. Takes a strike from Darvish. Well, Elvis Andrus picked clean to end that 5th inning for the Rangers. 5th time this year that Elvis has been picked off the bases. Slow breaking ball, and that's looped to center field, a base hit. So Hunter opens up the 6th inning with his 2nd consecutive single.
It's one of the few times I've seen that slow breaking ball hit for a base hit this year.
Yep.
I'm sure it's happened, but not very often. Got Greinke's name spelled wrong. Now they got it spelled right. That's a quick change.
It's amazing how quickly they can get things done. Technology today. Here's Pujols, and he takes a breaking ball for strike 1.
I know that they didn't change the letters. He must have a couple alternate jerseys back there.
I would think so.
Plus, they've got a seamstress on call.
No, we know Hoggy Price could have taken care of that.
Probably would.
Jack of all trades down there.
Maybe they iron him on now.
Pujols a drive to right field, slicing away from Cruz. He can't get there. It is down for a base hit. Going to third is Hunter. He will stop there. And the Angels, with back-to-back singles to open up the sixth, have runners at first and third, and nobody out for Kendrys Morales.
Well, it's the same thing that Hunter and Pujols did the last time up. Just kind of slap soft base hits to the outfield. Just kind of sliced it away from Nelly. Not hit very hard, but well placed.
So 6 hits now for the Angels. 2 each by Hunter and Pujols. And Kendrys Morales coming to the plate is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Rangers with runners at first and third playing their infield back. They'd love to get that double play ground ball. Ball one is way outside. Angels as a team have grounded into 136 double plays. That compares to 117 for the Rangers. Darvish okays the sign, a check of third and first. And hits the outside corner. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Morales has not grounded into many double plays this year, just 11. Darvish ready. And the 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes. Remember, Darvish last time against Morales struck him out with back-to-back breaking balls. They're down and into him, and first time up caught him looking at a fastball. Well, he's gone to a couple of different weapons to get Morales today. He'd like to get the strikeout here. That's hooked foul down the right side, and come back and try it again. He went to that slider that time, left it up a little bit, and fortunately Morales out in front of it. Soto taking a look into the Ranger dugout, see if might have anything in mind as far as working with the runners at the corners. Again, the 1-2 pitch. Up the end of the bat. That's cued foul.
Came very close to missing that one.
Yes, he did.
Hit it right off the end of the bat.
If he hadn't made contact, that was going to hit him in the back leg. At least from that camera angle, it looked like it. Darvish will try it one more time. To left field, Murphy toward the line has a play. Tagging at third is Hunter. The throw comes into third. Trying to hit the cutoff man, Beltre. Angels score as Morales gets the sacrifice fly. It's now a 4-2 Ranger lead. And there's one away with Pujols staying at first base for Alberto Callaspo. Well, Morales with his 73rd RBI of the year. Makes it a 2-run game now. And Callaspo to the plate is 1 for 2. Callaspo doubled in the second. Got as far as third base, was left stranded there. Last time up, grounded to third. Takes a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Darvish okays the sign, a check of Pujols at first. And the pitch is skied to left center field. Murphy going back and to his left makes the grab. Pujols will remain at first. And they're now 2 away with Eric Ibar, the hitter. And let's go to Jim Knox once again.
All right, Buzz, the gifts keep on giving here for the Rangers Fan Appreciation Day. Brandy gets an autographed baseball from who?
Adrian Beltre.
There we go. All right, longtime season ticket holder. Glad to have you here, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. We love the Rangers. My family's here. We have a great time every time we come. Been season ticket holders for years, and this is a great way to be appreciated.
I appreciate it. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Buzz.
All right, Jim. Fan Appreciation Day, and I think the fans would probably appreciate most a win.
Yeah, that'd be the greatest gift.
Here's Ibar. The first fastball is high for ball one. Ibar 0 for 2. Ground ball back to the mound, and a strikeout last time up. Darvish has struck out 5. He has walked just 1. That was to the leadoff man in the ball game, Mike Trout. Darvish a check of Pujols at first, and the 1-0 pitch. Outside, it's 2-0. Ibar, a switch hitter, much better against left-handed pitching, average-wise, than he is against right-handers. Of course, he gets most of his at-bats as a left-handed hitter, and that would be against right-handed pitching. 2-0 pitch. That's chopped foul. It's 2-1.
2-0 count, something other than a fastball right there. Had Ibar way out in front of it. Be 95 pitches for Darvish right here.
Ibar taking his time getting back in. Darvish right on top the pitching rubber, and he's leaning in now to take his sign. Checks Pujols at first. He's ready for the 2-1 pitch. 3 balls and a strike. Soto is going to throw that ball out of play. Darvish wants a new rock with which to work. And James Hoy, the home plate umpire, gives it to him. 95 pitches, that's how it breaks down. 19, the highest pitch count in an inning. That was in the third, when he ended up facing 6 hitters. Other than that, very manageable today for Darvish, and very consistent. Leading 4-2. He's facing the tying run in Eric Ibar. Albert Pujols, the runner at first base. The 3-1 pitch. Line foul on the right side. So the count has gone full, and with 2 outs, that means Albert Pujols will be off and moving with the next Darvish offering. Mitch Moreland will play a step or 2 behind him at first base. Ibar hitting in the 6th position. If he continues hitting, Mark Trumbo is ready in the on-deck circle. Crowd now trying to make some noise in support of Yu Darvish. Long look in for the sign. Now Ibar tired of waiting, and he backs out. Darvish has the sign he wants. He is ready. Pujols on the move. 3-2 pitch. Line to center field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Pujols around to third, and the Angels now with runners at first and third with 2 outs, and Mark Trumbo coming up. Mike Maddox on his way to the mound.
Well, the most hits that Darvish has given up in 5 games. Kind of been a struggle for him today. Only 1-1-2-3 inning. Only faced 3 hitters in the first as well. You wouldn't say he's really gotten ripped today, but they have found some holes for some base hits to the outfield. A lot of soft line drives to the outfield that are falling in. Had 3 of them in the third. They've had 3 of them in this inning.
Well, Mike Maddox out there to talk with his battery, and also shortstop Elvis Andrus. James Hoy, the home plate umpire, going out there to see if he can contribute anything to the conversation. Now Yu Darvish set to go back to work. Mark Trumbo is 0 for 2 today. He has grounded out to second, grounded out to third. As Pujols at third, Ibar at first. A run across here in the 6th inning, and the tying runs are on base. Trumbo, of course, the dangerous guy with the power. Big right-handed hitter, and Darvish set to work to him, and instead will bluff to third and back to first. Nobody's biting on that. Now the right-hander's ready. First pitch fouled away. Well, Trumbo up there really hacking at everything he sees just about. And maybe that's one of the reasons why he's gotten into the slump he's gotten into. Runners in scoring position for Trumbo. Pretty good this year. That number 2 has been coming down in the last 6 to 8 weeks. Now time is called. Trumbo not quite ready, as Darvish is about ready to come set. Oh, and 1 the count. Darvish checking the runners. Now will bluff a move to first as he stepped off the pitching rubber first. So he's allowed to do that. You don't break contact with the pitching rubber and you move toward first base, you've got to throw the ball there. But he stepped off. He broke contact before he made that move to first. Now the right-hander is ready to work. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, and it's 0-2.
The key right here is pretty obvious. You've got a guy that's a little bit of a free swinger. You're ahead of him, no balls and 2 strikes. Just keep the ball away from the hitter's zone. Get him to swing at a pitch a little bit out of the strike zone.
Fans now, the majority of them on their feet. Yu Darvish ready to throw his 100th pitch of the afternoon. 0-2. Got him swinging. Soto on to Moreland, and that will do it. But the Angels come up with a run on 3 hits. They leave 2. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Rangers 4, the Angels 2 on Fox Sports Southwest. Slam inning brought to you by Sonic. Today's jackpot is worth $800 and dinner for 2 at Sonic Drive-In. Today, the Rangers are hitting for Jill Darden of Fort Worth. And if a Ranger hits a grand slam during the inning, Jill Darden of Fort Worth will win $25,000. You can register at any participating Sonic restaurant. Josh Hamilton starting off the Rangers' 6th inning. Rangers lead now down to 4-2 as the Angels put up a single run in the 6th against Yu Darvish. Slow breaking ball, and Josh now down in an 0-2 hole to Zach Greinke. Hamilton was at the plate when Elvis Andrus was picked off by Greinke to end the 5th inning. Oh, 2 pitch. Got him swinging. 3 slow breaking balls, and Hamilton is disposed of. 1 out. Adrian Beltre coming to the plate. 2 strikeouts for Greinke this afternoon. They've both been Josh Hamilton. Well, Greinke now to face Beltre. Adrian 2 for 2. Had a single in front of Cruz's home run in the 2nd, and then had a double that fell in after Hunter was not able to see his fly ball in the 3rd inning. Ibar, the shortstop, making the call. And on 1 pitch, Beltre pops out. 2 away for Cruz. I may have misled folks. Tom was talking about the Angels about being eliminated from the division. The Angels can't win the division no matter what happens. They're behind Oakland enough games that if they were to sweep the Rangers in this doubleheader and keep their hopes alive against the Rangers, Oakland would be out in front of them by so far that they could not catch up with them.
Right.
So Mike Socha's club, the only thing they have a chance at is the wild card. Pitch outside. It's 1-1 to Cruz.
And the only way they could do that is to win this doubleheader and then win their next series, sweep it against Seattle, and have the Rangers lose 3 straight to Oakland.
Cruz 1 for 2 with that home run. Takes low and outside. It's 2 balls and a strike. Nelly at 263. The home run total now up to 24. RBI total at an even 90. RBI total, a new career high for Cruz. 2-1 pitch from Greinke. And it's 3-1. Greinke, as you can understand, being pretty careful to Cruz here with the bases empty and 2 outs. Three-1 pitch. Off the end of the bat toward left center field. In a hurry is Trumbo. He slides and makes the catch. Nice play by Trumbo. Not normally an outfielder. An infielder by trade, but he has done a good job out in left field. So a nice play there. Rangers gone in order. We're going to the 7th. 4-2 Texas. Is brought to you by Geico Insurance. And Mazda CX-5. 7th inning, Yu Darvish back to the hill, and he will face Mysur Asturias to start things off. It'll be Asturias, Iannetta, and Trout. Rangers leading 4-2 in the first pitch as Asturias shows bunt in for strike one. Asturias a couple of ground outs here this afternoon. One's to second, one's to short. A big slow breaking ball slips out of the hand of Yu Darvish. 1 ball and 1 strike. For the first time this afternoon, getting a little bit of action just beginning out in the Ranger bullpen in support of Yu Darvish. 1-1 pitch. That's swung on and missed. Alexi Ogando up and loosening, and not in any particularly big hurry at the moment. Andy Hawkins, the bullpen coach, keeping a watchful eye on Ogando and on the action in the park. Foul ball. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, the sun breaking through the clouds. The clouds starting to break up overhead. It'll have to be a nice afternoon. Wind still blowing out toward right field. High chopper off the mound. Darvish will take the bag, and the throw by Moreland not in time.
What do you look at the ball for? He's got the ball in his glove.
Jim Reynolds, the first base umpire, looking at it, and Ron Washington is out there saying, what in the world was that?
He looked at he looked at his glove as if to say, did he catch it? He's caught it, and then he called him safe.
He's going over to get some help. Mark Wegner is the first base umpire. And now he's going to huddle up with his 3 cohorts. Well, Wegner, yeah, and I agree with you, Tom. He had the play right in front of him, and then he watched Darvish go by the bag, is looking to see if he had control of the ball. And I don't know what in the world that was all about. Well, he's saying he's out now. And this is going to be
this ought to get a real.
Yeah.
Socha's going to get kicked out right here. Oh, he was out.
I'd like to hear that explanation. Mike Socha has every right to be out there for this.
I'm not exactly sure what the first base umpire, Mark Wegner, missed on that play. It was a very close play. Darvish got to the bag, caught the flip for Mitch, and then it appeared that Wegner looked to see if he had the ball, which he did. He called him safe, they huddled, and they reversed it. And that's where we are right now.
And Mark Wegner trying to explain to Mike Socha. Socha kept very calm. I'm surprised.
Well, it must have been a good explanation.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what Wegner
He's
saw
on the bag.
Yep.
Kicked the bag for sure. Well, in any event, went our way. Should have gone our way because he was out.
That was a very good job by Moreland and Darvish. And maybe it's possible Wegner didn't see the ball in Darvish's glove.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
He was swinging a miss by Iannetta. And maybe that's what led him to say he was safe. I'm not sure. In any event, 1 away. Iannetta 0 for 2, a ground ball and a strikeout against Darvish. 0-1 pitch. Ball, strike 2, and Iannetta not thrilled with Jim Hoy. And Hoy is saying something to Iannetta. Meanwhile, Yu Darvish just hanging around, waiting for the next sign, and Hoy saying something to the Angel bench.
Yeah, that pitch is callable. It's touching the strike zone. Borderline pitch that can go your way for sure. Not like it was a ball.
Now Darvish ready. The 0-2 pitch. Just missed the outside corner. That looked like a better pitch than the one before. Ron Washington not saying much, though.
Yep, so that one is outside.
Yeah.
Number 2 is touching the zone.
Check swing. I don't either. That could have been one of those ones you talk about where I can't hit it anyway. I'm not going to swing in it.
And sometimes you see that and you think it's a fastball and you can't help but swing at it. But he started to swing, but he recognized that the pitch was going to be outside in time.
Now it's 2-2. And the count has gone full. Now this is a guy you don't want to walk here, not with the top of the order coming up. Mike Trout waiting in the on-deck circle. They're going to come back and make Iannetta swing the bat, even if he gets aboard. At least you make him earn that.
111 will be the pitch number for Darvish.
Payoff pitch to Iannetta. Got him swinging.
You just don't know what's coming.
Nope.
3-2, 3-0, 2-0. You might get anything. That time you got a slider, and he's looking fastball. He's way out in front of him.
7 strikeouts for Yu Darvish. 2 gone. Bases empty. Pretty well located, too.
Yep.
Well, this is how you want to face Mike Trout in a 2-run game where he is up there with nobody on base. Trout 1 out of 2 officially. Single, a walk. Goes after the first pitch and drills one to center field. Hamilton going back, still going back at the wall, reaches up, and it is gone, I believe. Yep, home run. Home run Mike Trout, his 30th of the year, and that makes it a 4-3 Ranger lead. Trout's second home run of the series.
But he's strong. It didn't look like he got that ball. Went out by about a foot.
Now here's Torrey Hunter, who is 2 for his last 2. And the pitch outside, ball 1. He's 2 for 3 on the day. So the Angels putting up a single run in the 6th and 1 here in the 7th. And thank goodness Darvish able to come back and get Iannetta on that 3-2 pitch in front of Trout. Rip and a miss. 1-1 to Hunter. Torrey a single to right, a single to center. He has scored 1 run this afternoon. One and 2. Note on Mike Trout's home run, his 30th of the year. He's the first rookie in baseball history to have a 30-30 season. 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's 2-2. Now, it'll be interesting to see what happens if Darvish is not able to get Torrey Hunter. And if Pujols comes up, Darvish at 116 pitches, so you could easily justify his day being over. But Ogando has not had much success against Pujols. Hopefully that won't come into play. A time called as Hunter backs out. Darvish set. And the 2-2 pitch. Shallow right field. Coming on his cruise. Still coming. He slides. He can't make the play. And going into second base after the deflection is Hunter. Well, Cruz went into that slide, and the ball popped out of his glove. Looked like it might have hit the heel of his glove. And Hunter will get credit for a double. So he is the tying run now at second base with 2 outs. And Albert Pujols coming up. And he is going to make the move here. Ogando will be asked to come on to face Albert Pujols. And you remember that Pujols had that big home run against Ogando last year.
Nelly got to that ball, and when he slid, the ball missed his glove and hit him right in the kind of the heel of the glove in the wrist. The ball just didn't go in his glove.
Darvish, he leaves the ball game. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Rangers clinging to a 4-3 lead. Albert Pujols, the hitter. Alexi Ogando coming in, and we will be back to tell you about it right after this on Fox Sports Southwest. TexasRangers.com. You can browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including hats, shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and a lot more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the TexasRangers.com shop. Albert Pujols, the hitter. Hunter at second base, carrying the tying run, and Alexi Ogando.
That's the best slider he's thrown since he's come back.
Ogando in his 56th ball game. Facing a tough customer in Albert Pujols with the tying run at second base. 2 outs here in the 7th. Next slider is wide. I don't think he'd be particularly upset if he ended up walking Pujols by pitching carefully to him.
No, I'll take my chances with Morales rather than him.
Kendrys Morales waiting in the on-deck circle. 1-1. And the next slider outside, and Pujols is probably not going to swing at any more sliders. Got a hitter that once he sees one has a big swing at it and figures that you're going to be careful with him anyway. Probably won't go after any more of those. 103 RBI this season, as you saw, for Albert Pujols. Hunter, the runner, at second. The 2-1 pitch. 3-1. I'll go ahead and put him on right here. You're trying to pitch around him with sliders, that's fine, but the last thing you want to do is hang one on 3-1. Ogando has the sign. 3-1 pitch. Doing the fastball. And it's fouled away. Well, I guess they're not pitching around him.
Yeah, not a real good swing. 3-1.
Well, the count is full. The Pujols skeet syndrome. You saw Morales. Crowd getting behind Alexi Ogando here in the 7th inning. Payoff pitch. Softly hit up the middle. Elvis behind the bag. On to first, and that'll do it. Boy, he got jammed by Alexi Ogando. Good job by Ogando. The Angels get a run on 2 hits, lead 1. Stretch time at the ballpark. The Rangers leading 4-3. And please join now Chuck Morgan as he asks the fans to honor America, the singing of God Bless America.
Today we invite you to join in singing God Bless America with Master Sergeant Erica Stevens.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, and Michael Young getting ready to start things off. Zach Greinke back to the hill. Good job by Alexi Ogando to come on and get Albert Pujols with the tying run at second base in that 7th inning. First pitch to Young. Fastball strike. It is 0-1. Michael 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly ball to right field. Rangers have been out hit 9-5 today, but they have the lead in the run column, and that's the one that counts. Greinke with his 85th pitch of the afternoon, and Young slices it out of play to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Michael. Young at 274 as he leads off the 7th inning here against Zach Greinke. Check swing, the pitch outside, the appeal down to first, and no swing, says Mark Wegner. 2-2. First game of a split day-night doubleheader for the Rangers and Angels here this afternoon. Oh, and there's not a hint of the rain that we had yesterday, last night, and this morning. Ground ball to the right side, slowly hit. Is Sturris on to first. Young is retired, one away for David Murphy. And let's go to Jim Knox once again, Jim.
Hi, Buzz. Fan Appreciation Day continues. This is Evan, a longtime season ticket holder, who received an autographed baseball from Ian Kinsler. Pretty cool there.
Absolutely. It doesn't get any better than this. My daughter's favorite baseball player right here and stuff, and it's close ball game and stuff, 71 degrees. It doesn't get any better.
There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it, Buzz.
All right, Jim. Thanks.
Happy guy.
Yeah. First pitch to David Murphy is a big breaking ball for strike one. Murph 0 for 2, ground out and a fly out today. And Greinke just missed a little bit low with that fastball. Count evens. Murphy now 1 for his last 17 on this homestand, and Zach Greinke about ready to throw his 90th pitch of the day. It's low and outside, and the count moves in Murphy's favor at 2-1. Greinke with 90 pitches, 53 of them 4 strikes this afternoon, 37 balls. And ball 3 is high. Well, Murph with 1 out, trying to get aboard here in the 7th. Giovanni Soto is waiting in the on-deck circle. That is sliced down the left field line and will twist its way back into the seats. The count has gone full. Murph back into the batter's box. Greinke with a new baseball on top of the hill. And the payoff pitch on the way. Just did get a piece of it. David Murphy able to fight off a pretty good hook from Greinke. And the count is still full. Greinke a couple of 9-pitch innings, an 11-pitch inning, a 10-pitch inning. Rangers though in the 2nd and 3rd got his pitch count up as best they could with 21 in each frame.
Yeah, I think the Rangers have done well to get 5 hits and 4 runs against Greinke today. He's been throwing the ball pretty well. Good assortment of pitches. It's a good pitcher, boy.
Outside, ball 4. And a second walk issued by Greinke today. Elvis Andrus had the first one, and he came around to score. Let's head back to the Fox Sports Southwest studios on Mazda Game Break. Here's Rick Renner. Rick. All right, Rick. Well, the White Sox really struggling. They have a 6-game lead. It seems like about 3 weeks ago.
Well, they've lost 8 out of 10, and Detroit's won 6 out of 10, so they've made up 4 games in 10 days.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what it was before then, but yeah, they were feeling pretty comfortable there for a while. Yankees are tied up Toronto at 5. Baltimore still leads Boston.
We're going to have a pinch runner for David Murphy. Craig Gentry coming out of the Rangers dugout. This is something that Wash does in close ball games. Late in the game, he substitutes Gentry for Murphy, and Hamilton will slide over defensively into left field.
Yeah, and this doesn't mean David's a slow runner. It just means Gentry's a really fast runner who probably would have gone in defensively anyway.
So Gentry, the pinch runner at first. And Greinke, who has a very, very good move, a quick move for a right-hander.
Yeah, that's a quick move. Just ask Elvis.
Yeah. Gentry, a conservative lead as Greinke comes set. Long hold, and he steps off, bluffing a throw to first. Greinke very good at holding runners, very good at preventing runners from getting a big jump. Breaking ball to Soto, and it nips at the outside corner for strike one. Giovanni today has grounded to second and popped to second. 0 for 2, and hitting him 199 currently in a Ranger uniform. Another snap throw to first, and Gentry had a dive back. Greinke, all kinds of different spots with him on the mound where he throw from. He doesn't always come set and then throw over there. Another quick throw. That time Gentry was aware of that possibility. So able to get back standing. And Boston coming back a bit on Baltimore. It's now 6-3 in the top of the 7th inning. And Yankees have come back to tie that game in Toronto. Greinke drawing the ire of what looks to be a sellout crowd here on this Sunday afternoon. Gentry, the pitch runner at first base. 0-1 the count to Giovanni Soto. Rip and a miss, and it's 0-2. Giovanni having a little conversation with his bat. Say, will you please hit that thing hard someplace? We'll see if the bat responded. Check swing and pitch in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mike Scioscia, who is very, very good at reading situations and calling for the pitch out at the right time. Saw him check with one of his coaches down there to see what a tendency chart might have said about Ron Washington, and 1-2 counts for running. No pitch out here, and Soto gone on strikes.
I think he's got a good curveball, good changeup. Fastball can reach the mid-90s, but generally settles in the low to mid-90s, 91, 92-ish, right around in there. And he's got good control, good command of his pitches. Tough to beat.
3rd strikeout of the afternoon for Greinke. Mitch Marlin now will step in, having grounded out and popped out. And you would think you would see Gentry, if he can read Greinke, get a pretty good jump, try to set sail for second. One ball, no strikes. Mitch looking for his first home run in the last 25 ball games. He has 15 for the year, but it has been a bit of a power outage for him. Takes the breaking ball for a strike. That evens things at 1-1. Mitch back in the batter's box, and Zach Greinke with his 101st pitch of the afternoon misses low and outside. It goes for 2 balls and a strike. Breeze starting to freshen, blowing a little more from the left field corner toward the right field corner now. And shifting around a bit to the northeast. Greinke with the 2-1 pitch. And that is outside. That curveball just didn't quite come back in the back door. 3-1. If Marlin is able to continue this inning, take the Rangers back to the top of the order for Ian Kinsler. Three-one pitch. And that's hit high in the air, but that'll be back in the seats on the third base side. And the count is full. So with 2 outs and a full count, Greg Gentry will be off with this next pitch from first base.
You got one of those situations with a guy like Gentry, if you hit one into the gap somewhere, even if it doesn't get to the wall, just like Elvis scored on Josh's line drive to right, Gentry had the same chance. Make sure you don't get picked off, though.
Pujols will play back behind Gentry. So rule of thumb that Gentry can get as far off first before he gets his jump as Pujols is away from first. Gary Pettis, the first base coach, will let him know if Pujols decides to cut in behind him. Greinke ready. 3-2 pitch. Skied to center field. Trout started back. Now has to use that great speed to come on. He dives and makes the catch.
Well, he's lucky he can run, because that would have been a run.
That would have been a run, but it's the third out. So the Rangers can't get anything going in the 7th. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We go to the 8th inning. 4-3 Texas. By Ace Cash Express, earning your trust since 1968. By Jack in the Box, get the All-American Jack Combo and no-nonsense burger, fries, and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax. And by Hyundai, if it's stylish, intelligent, safe, and affordable, it's probably a Hyundai. Alexi Ogando to work in the 8th inning. And Kendrys Morales looks at a breaking ball for strike 1. Morales, Gallaspo, and Ibar to face Ogando. Rangers leading 4-3. And the fastball inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Morales 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Hard hit ground ball. Diving stop by Beltre. From down under, he fires right on the money. A minor miracle has just occurred at third base.
That's one of his best plays of the year right there. When you consider the situation, the importance of the game, how hard the ball was hit, and how quickly he had to throw that ball and make it accurately, that's a great play. Look at the throw. Right there.
Holy
that says it. That says it all right there.
Whew. Stepping up and shooting from the hip when it was right on target. Now here's Gallaspo, and he takes a strike.
That's when you're in the Angel dugout, you're just shaking your head after that.
Yep. Gallaspo 1 for 3 with a double. 1-1. Gallaspo 3 out of 12 against Ogando in his career. One of those a double. 1-1 pitch.
Knows he's got to get rid of this ball quickly. Doesn't even have time to look. Just gets up and throws it right straight to Mitch.
Just have radar in there somewhere. 2-1 and Gallaspo pops it up. Coming down the line from third, Beltre will call off Soto. Much easier play for the third baseman to make that, and Beltre handles it easily. That is out number 2. Well, it's tough for a catcher, especially when it's a little bit breezy like today and that wind swirling behind home plate. Catcher has to turn around, look up for that thing, locate it, discard his mask, and it's just much easier for the third baseman who has that whole plate basically in front of him. So 2 away, and it's Eric Ibar stepping in. Ground ball right to Moreland, who is playing at the bag. Ogando, a 1-2-3 inning, and one very, very fine play by Adrian Beltre. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Rangers leading 4-3. The top of the Ranger order here in the 8th inning. Kinsler, Andrus, and Hamilton. Rangers leading 4-3, and Kinsler this afternoon 0 for 3. Takes that big breaking ball, low and outside for ball 1. Greinke's next pitch is a fastball right down through there. Greinke to the plate, and he in now with a 2-1 advantage in the count. Garrett Richards and Scott Downs. Downs, of course, the left-hander, loosening in support of Greinke. 2-2. I think he caught Kinsler looking for a breaking ball, and Greinke able to fire that fastball in there. Up the middle, off the glove of Greinke, into center field by the sliding Eric Ibar. Ian Kinsler, a leadoff single as the Rangers try to add some insurance here in the 8th inning.
That's a second hard hit ground ball up the middle that Greinke is almost caught. Most pitchers don't even get their glove down and try to catch the ball. It just rolls right by them. They turn around and watch it go into center field. But Greinke's in terrific fielding position when he lets go of the ball, and he almost reacts and catches the ball.
Joe Nathan getting ready in the Ranger bullpen.
Happy to have a 1-run lead. Be even happier to have a 2 or 3 run lead.
Yeah, certainly would. Here's Elvis, who is 1 for 2. He's around to bunt and gets the bunt down. Cayaspo fields, fires to first. Pujols there covering. Sacrifice goes 5-3 and into scoring position is Ian Kinsler. Josh Hamilton coming up. Well, Elvis adding another sacrifice to his resume this year. Still leading the American League. He now has 17. And Mike Scioscia out to the hill. That's probably going to do it for Zach Greinke. So Greinke leaves with no chance to get a winning decision out here today. Can be the loser. He leaves with Kinsler at second. 1 out in the 8th inning. Rangers on top by a 4-3 count. We'll be back to Rangers Ballpark in Arlington right after this. The game. Guess who for the Rangers? Leading off the top of the 8th inning, Kendrys Morales, a shot to third, and Adrian Beltre doesn't get much better than that.
That's in his top 5 for sure this year.
How do you throw a strike with that kind of stuff on it over to first base from that angle?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Wow. So now the left-hander Scott Downs on to face Josh Hamilton. Downs, the 36-year-old left-hander and pretty much the late inning specialist for Mike Scioscia's club. Breaking ball, and that's cued foul by Hamilton. Count is 0-1. Josh, 2 for 11 a lifetime with 7 strikeouts against Downs, and there are the numbers on it for this year.
It'll be an upset if Josh sees anything but that slow breaking ball. It's just a matter of waiting on it and hope you get one that hangs a little bit, and that you can lay off the one that breaks down and away and out of the strike zone. Simple.
No problem, huh?
No problem.
Okay.
I can do it from up here. I know exactly what to do.
Ian Kinsler, a very big run out there at second base. Rangers leading 4-3. You'd love to see the Rangers be able to get Kins home here. Here's a breaking ball, and that catches the outside corner. It's 0-2 to Josh. Downs has struck Hamilton out each of the last 3 times that he's faced him. The 36-year-old Kentuckian on the hill with Kinsler getting his lead from second base. No balls and 2 strikes. Got him swinging. Hamilton gone on strikes. They're now 2 away with Adrian Beltre coming up. And Mike Scioscia pointing to first base and saying, go ahead and put him on. And if they go ahead and intentionally walk Beltre, then we'll see what Mike Scioscia does with Nelson Cruz coming up, whether he'll go to the right-hander Garrett Richards or not. Beltre 2 for 3 today. Adrian, an RBI double, driving his 101st back in the 3rd inning. And Nelly Cruz, after Beltre singled in the 2nd, hit his 24th home run of the year. Well, Cruz will get a shot to really tack on some runs here in the 8th inning. The only question is, who is it going to be against? Right-hander Richards out there. He is loosened and ready. And that's who Mike Scioscia wants. So after the intentional walk, Rangers with runners at first and second base. 2 outs here in the 8th. Rangers trying to add on to what is a 4-3 lead. And another pitching change. We will take another timeout. Be right back after this on Fox Sports Southwest. Right here, 10 o'clock on Fox Sports Southwest for Chevy Hometown Kids. It's not about the score, it's about the experience. Visit www.hometownkids.tv for more information. Well, Garrett Richards, the 24-year-old right-hander out of Edmond, Oklahoma, and the University of Oklahoma, on now to face Nelson Cruz with runners at first and second and 2 outs.
Well, Richards has a great arm. His fastball's mid-90s, hard-breaking ball. Nelly Cruz is swinging the bat pretty well right now. In fact, really well. Trying to add to that Ranger 1-run lead.
Cruz 1 for 3 today. That 2-run home run in the 2nd inning. Kinsler at second, Beltre at first, and Richards ready to go. All the way to the backstop, over the head of Nelson Cruz.
It hit him, I guess.
And apparently it went off the helmet. Cruz. And now Scioscia is going to come out. And they're going to say that ball didn't hit Nelson Cruz. Jim Hoy, the home plate, or James Hoy, the home plate umpire, talking to Cruz, and Ron Washington right there with Nelly. It looked like Hoy was motioning to Cruz to come on back to home plate.
Yeah, Nelly's not going to walk toward first if it didn't hit him, but there's a lot of times you can get hit. And the umpire can't see it, doesn't know it. I hope he doesn't say it hit his bat. Then it really turns into a bad break, go to the count 0-1.
Yeah, they are. They're going to say that ball ticked off his bat. And it did.
It did.
Yep.
Good call.
Boy, that thing.
That's a bad break right there.
Yeah. So back to first and second. Got him no balls and 1 strike to Cruz. Yeah, Richards a little inside move, but nobody breaking in to cover second.
Good call by the home plate umpire. Nelly tricked me. Trying to get himself a call right there, it looked like.
Pretty good sales job, because I bought into it too.
I bought it.
Right on the outside corner. 0-2 to Cruz. Cruz a double and 6 times to the plate against Richards. Rangers have seen Richards as a starter and reliever. Now today here in the 8th inning with 2 on and 2 out. Chopper toward the hole. Ibark going a short way for a 1, and they get it at second base. Now Beltre got down there as quickly as he could, but couldn't beat the throw, and that's going to do it for the Rangers. They have strand 2. We're going to the 9th inning. It's Joe Nathan time. Rangers leading 4-3. West is brought to you by the Built Ford Tough Truck event. Enjoy huge savings on America's best-selling truck for 35 years running. Ford is the best in Texas. By Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. And by Hyundai. If it's fuel efficient, affordable, stylish, and safe, it's probably a Hyundai. Well, 9th inning, and this huge crowd, a sellout, the 37th of the year, 46,713. And this is what they wanted to see. Joe Nathan coming in with a 1-run lead. Rangers trying to close out a 4-3 score over the Angels here this afternoon. And Nathan, with those numbers for the year, looking for save number 37.
Well, none will be bigger than this one.
Mark Trumbo, the first hitter, and he looks at a strike on the outside corner. Trumbo, Isturis, and Iannetta, the 3 scheduled hitters. Trumbo today is 0 for 3. The 0-1 pitch. Tapped on the right side. Kinsler plays a bigger hop by backing up. Fires to first. Trumbo is the first out here in the 9th.
A 1-run game, you love to get that leadoff hitter. Plus, Trumbo's got power. Just gotten him all 4 times today. A couple of times with men in scoring position and 2 outs.
Now Mycera Estouras is stepping into the batter's box. Estouras 0 for 3. He has grounded out all 3 times. Nathan okays the sign. The right-hander deals. 1 ball, no strikes. Estouras, as you can see, 0 for 6 against Nathan in his career. There's a belt-high strike. Estouras taken all the way. And the count is even at 1-1. When you look at the active saves leaders, Joe Nathan 4th on that list. He is 3 shy of his 300th. Check swing, low and inside. It's 2-1. Nathan, though, took over the leadership all time of the best percentage of saves, past Mariano Rivera earlier this year. And that pitch is outside. It's 3-1. So Nathan now trying to come back and get Estouras. 1 out here in the 9th inning. 3-1 pitch. Chopper behind third. Gets by Beltre this time down the left field line. Hamilton over to quickly grab it. And Estouras on with an opposite field single. He is the tying run at first. And Chris Iannetta is coming to the plate. 10th hit of the afternoon for the Angels. And Estouras with very good speed at first base. See Adrian Beltre playing way off the line, had a long way to go and couldn't quite come up with that one. Iannetta 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a ground ball to third. And Nathan goes to work on Estouras at first base.
Estouras is 16 out of 18 stealing bases, so he's an excellent runner, excellent base stealer.
Fastball, strike, outside corner. Iannetta has faced Joe Nathan exactly 1 time in his career. He hit a home run.
Well, good. He's gotten that out of the way then.
Nathan okays the sign from Soto. And goes first base way to drive Estouras back. Iannetta checking with Dino Ebel down there at third base. Angels longtime third base coach. Now he's back in. Estouras the lead from first. And strike 2 is delivered belt high. Now the crowd really getting on their feet to add to the atmosphere. Everybody's up. Nathan's ready. And instead of the 0-2 pitch, it's a toss to first. You know, quiet the crowd a little bit. Now they'll get back into it, though. There we go. Applause building. Nathan plants his right foot in front of that pitching rubber. The 0-2. Just missed outside. That good hard slider. Hey, what Iannetta has shown the ability today against both Nathan and faced Ogando to against say Darvish, lay off that breaking ball that's down and away. 1-2, Nathan Reddy. And that's outside. 96-mile-an-hour fastball from the Ranger closer. A 2-2 the count. A lot of times Mike Scioscia favors starting a runner on 2-2. Because he might get a breaking ball in this count. And the hitter like Iannetta protected at the plate anyway. Izturis the lead from first. Nathan checks him. The 2-2. Low and outside. The count is full. Nathan getting ahead very quickly to Iannetta. Iannetta's worked the count back to at least even. Is 3 balls and 2 strikes. And you've got Mike Trout waiting in that on-deck circle. 1 out. Nathan okays the sign. Izturis staying put. 3-2 is high, ball 4. And that'll bring up Trout with runners at first and second and 1 away.
Oh, Joe got Trumbo quickly and easily. He's only walked 10 guys in 60 innings this year. But he fell behind his Izturis 3-1. He got ahead of Iannetta 0-2 and then walked him. And now it gets dangerous. Got the top of the order coming up. These are the best guys.
And Peter Borges has come in as a pinch runner for Chris Iannetta at first base. So great speed for the Angels on the base paths and at the plate. Trout homered his last time up. He is 2 for 3 with a walk. 2 runs scored in the first pitch. It's a fastball right down the middle. Trout 1 for 3 against Joe Nathan. Izturis, the runner at second. Borges at first. Nathan a check of them. And the 0-1. Fastball turns him around. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Trout waiting. Nathan ready to go. The 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Mark Wegner down at first. The palms down, safe side. It's 2-1.
Good job of back control if he didn't swing. Boy, that's close.
Yeah, that's very close. Trout, tough guy to double up. Tying run at second. And the pitch is very high. It's 3 balls and a strike. Joe Nathan now all of a sudden having his command desert him. Trout trying to get aboard. Torrey Hunter waiting in the on-deck circle as Yu Darvish after working the first 6 2/3 innings. All he can do now is watch from that Ranger dugout. 3 balls, 1 strike. And 3-2. Crowd on their feet again. Trying to coax Joe Nathan and the Rangers through a very tough spot here in the 9th inning. Nathan ready. The runners away from second and first. 3-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Hard slider, and Trout is gone on strikes. There are 2 away.
Same pitch that Darvish struck him out with in the 5th inning. Got behind him 3-1 and came back and got him. No bigger pitch than that.
Well, now Joe Nathan will face Torrey Hunter, his former teammate with the Minnesota Twins. Hunter 0 for 4 lifetime against Nathan is 3 for 4 here today. Crowd on their feet. Everybody is standing. Nathan's first pitch to Hunter. Strike. Slider on the outside corner.
I'm glad you're doing the play-by-play, Buzz. I'm too nervous to talk.
I got to talk, right?
That's what I mean. I don't think I could.
No, I've got to
sit here and watch like a fan.
Shake myself to death when I don't keep talking. Nathan, check of Asturis at second. The 0-1 to Hunter. Just missed with that fastball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Hunter with 2 singles and a double today. Torrey, of course, the veteran. Yu Darvish, the most interesting spectator that we can think of right now. 1-1 pitch to left center field. In a hurry is Hamilton. He can't get there. It's down into the wall. Asturis is home. Here comes Borges into second base with a 2-run double. Is Torrey Hunter. He has turned the game around. The Angels lead 5-4.
Wow, what a turn of events. 4 hits for Hunter today. An unusual rally. Wouldn't expect Joe to walk Iannetta, which sets up that pitch. Was a hanging breaking ball. Didn't get it down, didn't get it away, and that's right in Hunter's wheelhouse. He found a gap with it.
And now they're going to intentionally walk Pujols, trying to keep this at a 1-run deficit, give the Rangers a shot in the bottom of the 9th inning. And Kendrys Morales will be the hitter against Nathan. Now Joe, just his 3rd blown save of the 2012 season. Third wide one. And the 4th wide one puts Pujols aboard. So runners at first and second. Joe Nathan after that Hunter double.
And Joe's going to throw close to 30 pitches this inning. Try to keep it a 1-run game and give the Rangers a better chance to come back in the bottom of the inning. But made a lot of pitches this inning. Most of them pretty good pitches. Some of them balls and out of the strike zone. But that was the one hanger, boy, right at the wrong time.
Well, here's Morales, who is 0 for 3. And a ripping a foul ball. It's 0-1. Now looking toward the bottom of the 9th inning, it'll be Michael Young, David Murphy, or Craig Gentry, should say, and Giovanni Soto, first 3 scheduled hitters. And they will no doubt be facing Ernesto Frieri. Nathan ready, the 0-1 pitch. To left field, Josh Hamilton coming on and makes the grab, and that'll do it. But the Angels turn things around. They get 2 runs on 2 hits. They lead 2. Bottom of the 9th inning coming up. Frieri coming in. It's 5-4 Los Angeles. Nathan and the Rangers. Nathan just his third blown save of the year. The Angels take a 5-4 lead as we head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Ernesto Frieri is the new pitcher. He is the Angels closer, and he will try and shut down the Rangers here in the ninth inning. A new battery mate for Frieri will be Bobby Wilson on as the catcher. Peter Borges, who pinch ran in that ninth inning and scored the go-ahead run, stays in the ball game as he's centered. Mike Trout moves from center over to left. So Michael Young to start things off. Michael today 0 for 3. He has grounded out twice and fly to right field. Frieri. First pitch of the bottom of the ninth. And ball one is low and outside. And the next pitch to Young. Ball two.
Frieri's got the pressure on him now.
Frieri worked to Michael Young on Friday night here. Got him to ground out to start off the ninth inning of that game. So Michael 1 out of 5 lifetime against Frieri. 2-0 pitch. And the ground ball to short. One away. Well, same situation, same result. Ground ball to short. Young leading off the ninth inning, and going to bring up Craig Gentry. Gentry came on as a pinch runner in the 7th inning. Took over for David Murphy, remained in the ball game in center field. Gentry stepping to the plate, hitting at .308. A home run, 26 driven in, his first at bat of the day. Rangers need a base runner. Looking down to the on-deck circle, and they're going to have a pinch hitter for Soto. First pitch to Gentry is low and inside for ball one. Mike Napoli has grabbed a bat, and he is coming out into the on-deck circle. Now Frieri with a 1-0 pitch coming to Gentry. 2 balls and no strikes.
They got to make him throw a couple of strikes here. Get a look at one. Frieri walks about 4 or 5 guys per 9 innings, so he's doesn't have impeccable control.
And he gets that one on the outside part. It's 2-1 to Gentry. Greg doesn't take the walk very often, just 14 walks and 250 at bats this year. The 2-1 from Frieri, and it's 2-2. Frieri basically fastball slider pitcher. Very deceptive. Hitters tend to swing at him like he's throwing 97, 98. He throws reasonably hard, but not that hard. Hitters just don't pick the ball up well often. Ranger fans waiting for something to cheer for here in the 9th inning. They had a lot in the top. In the bottom, not so much yet. 2-2 pitch. Gentry fighting off an inside fastball. Rally hats are in vogue here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Rangers need a run to tie and 2 to come back with a win. Again, the 2-2 pitch to Gentry. And ball 3 just misses the outside corner.
Get some speed on first base. he can move them around.
Mike Napoli getting all set to hit. Yeah, it's towel munching time. And the payoff pitch. Sky to right field. Hunter coming on. Ball hanging up for him, and Torrey able to make the grab. That is out number 2. And Mike Napoli will come on as the tying run at home plate now. Napoli announced as the pinch hitter. Napoli at 225 with 21 home runs, 49 driven in. He has just 5 pinch hitting appearances this year. He's 0 for 5. First pitch from Frieri is a bit low for ball 1. Knapp 1 for 4 with a single against Ernesto Frieri. Right-hander's ready. And now steps off the back of the pitching rubber. Frieri okays the sign, the 1-0 pitch. That's low and outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Frieri rubbing up the baseball and trying to collect himself a bit. Now the 2-0. Ground ball to third. Gobbled up by Callaspo across the diamond, and that will do it. So the Angels come back in this ball game. Come from behind 5-4 win over the Rangers in game 1 of this day-night doubleheader from Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Joe Nathan, just his 3rd blown save of the year, suffers the loss. And winning in relief is Garrett Richards. So the Angels keep their hopes alive as far as the wild card in the American League. Sub prize, sub on the line. And the Rangers now with a 2-game lead over Oakland, pending the outcome of the game out on the West Coast and also the second game tonight. The Angels now trail the Rangers by 4 games. And of course Seattle eliminated from the division. Well, again, the final score here, the Angels 5, the Rangers 4. Dana Larson and Mark McLemore will be back to wrap it up right after this on Fox Sports Southwest.